Good morning. I hope that your day is getting off to a good start. I'm going to be headed over to the hospital for a little while to follow one of my passions, which is nursing. And I started thinking about one of the things that nurses get to do. They get to, on a daily basis, they get to recognize the signs and symptoms of illness and treat the human responses to those illnesses. And I was thinking about that because of an incident that happened to me yesterday. And after thinking about it, I realized that what happened to me yesterday is a very common thing: gossiping. So instead of approaching it from a point of anger or getting bent out of shape about it, I decided to use what we call in my profession the nursing process to see how it came to be. The first thing I had to realize, and I want you to realize, is that people who engage in gossip, the people who carry gossip, the ones that are quick to run to you and tell you what the latest gossip is, even tell you gossip that is being said about you, those people are sick. They have an illness. More than likely, that illness is caused by the fact that they have miserable lives. Gossiping about others temporarily takes their mind off of their own pain and their own misery. You'd be surprised how many people that you run into on a daily basis in your neighborhood, in your community, in your circle of so-called friends, and even in your workplace live some lives that are cat raggedy after they go home. And to make themselves feel better about their situation, the only thing that some of them can do is point and go, well, at least I don't do that, or at least I don't have that problem. Therefore, they find it very stimulating to have somebody else to talk about. That way, nobody has time to find out what's going on in their raggedy, miserable lives and talk about them. This is how I find it best to handle gossip. If you choose to listen, which for the most part may be the wrong thing, you can just simply stop them right there and go, do you really believe that? I can't believe you're stupid enough to believe that, or sit around and let somebody fill your ears up like a garbage can. You could say, well, what did you say? Because surely they couldn't have talked that long and said that much with you not saying anything. If it's a so-called friend, you can ask them, what is it about you that makes someone that comfortable to talk about me to you? In other words, obviously, they don't feel you have any loyalty to me to talk about me that way. The last thing that you can do that often works for me is to say, they said that? Wow, that's bad. But you know, that's nothing compared to what they say about you. Now, you could employ all those tactics, but the best thing I have found is to pull the person that's gossiping aside and say, I have enough good things going on in my life that I hope that whatever you're saying is not true about that person. And if it is, I hope that they'll get through the rough patches in their life like I've had to get through some rough patches in mine. In the meantime, I'm going to pray that that person's life gets better. And I'm going to pray that yours gets better too. Remember, gossiping is not so much about the person that is the source of the gossip. It's not so much about the person that they're gossiping about. What it is about is the misery that's in the person's life that's coming to talk to you. That person that always has something negative to say about somebody. The source of the gossip is simply life. As long as you live, people will have something to say. Let me tell you how it happens. Before you were born, people were saying, you know, whatever your mother's name is, she's going to have a baby. I wonder if it's going to be a girl or a boy. I wonder how much it's going to look like her or look like the daddy. Before you were born, people were talking about you. While you're alive, people are going to have things to say about you. Some of it will be true, some of it will not. My grandmother told me, she said, honey, I can outlive a lie. And if I don't let it worry me too much, I'll outlive the liar. And people will talk about you when you're dead. They're going to come and look over in the coffin and go, she sure looks like herself. She looked just like she's asleep. So throughout the lifespan, people will be talking. In the business that I'm trying to break into, music and entertainment, the more people talk about me, the better. Word of mouth, they say, is the best way to advertise anything. In the meantime, while you're going through your day to day, when you encounter a gossip, take care of yourself by not allowing someone to use your ears as a garbage can. Show some empathy and compassion for the person that is gossiping, because they're sick, truly sick, and they have a sickness that comes from a very dark place in their soul. Pray for them. Be good to yourself. Even be good to the gossiper, because a lot of times they're just reaching out to be accepted, and that's the only way that they know how. Gossiping empowers some people. I hope this helps you to deal with the person that gossips to you or about you or brings messages back and forth out of the gossip pool. And if you're a gossiper, I hope that this helps you to see how miserable you really are, and that you'll find something else to occupy your time, such as improving your life to the point where you don't have to compare yourself and tear others down to feel better about yourself. Remember, nobody can make you feel bad about yourself unless you let them. And you don't have the right to try to make other people feel bad about themselves. So as you go about your day, as I always say, be good to yourself. And try not to choke the hell out of that person that's going around gossiping. Bye.